So I met Lin Manuel Miranda on In the Heights, and on the last day of the movie, my agent sent me the script and said, Lin would like to meet you on Tuesday. And so I had the weekend to read the script and prep for this meeting. When we were doing In the Heights, I had no clue he was even making a movie. So I started turning the pages over the weekend reading, and page by page by page, I was like, whoa, this could be a scene from my life.
Hello. Hi. Welcome. I'm Jonathan
It's
Larson.
about Jonathan Larson, who wrote Rent. And he lives in Manhattan in a tenement apartment building with a bathtub in the kitchen. And that was very similar to my childhood. My father was a playwright, and we had a bathtub in the kitchen, 300 square feet, tenement apartment. Our whole family lived there, but also all my father's friends were always in our house. And it was like this big celebration. So there's a number very early on in Tick, Tick, Boom called Boho Days, where all of Jonathan's friends are. And it reminded me very much of the community of my childhood with all these artists. And so on my first page of my lookbook, I just am like, am I going to do this? Am I just going to have some family photos? And so I put pictures of me when I was 10 and my family in New York, because this movie takes place in 1990, and I was 10 in 1990. And my family also left New York City at that moment in time and moved to Los Angeles. And so my memory of New York in 1990 is the memory of a child where color and light and emotions are heightened. And Jonathan Larson is this human being who doesn't want to grow up. The first number is called 3090, and it's about being Peter Pan, basically. He wants to stay a little boy. He doesn't want to grow up. He doesn't want to sell out on his dreams. And so suddenly that was where Lin and I started creating the look from, because we're the same age, and he was also 10 in 1990, and he also has that 10-year-old memory where sometimes the lines between dreams and reality are blurred.
You need to ask, are you letting yourself be led by fear or by love?
Fear. 100% fear.
We just started looking at photographs. We looked at a ton of New York Street photographers from the time. Nan Goldin is a huge reference. When we did In the Heights, it was sort of the same thing. I did lots of testing, and then I landed on the DXL2 again. And on Tick, Tick, Boom, I asked Lin, I said, how involved do you want to be in the camera choice and lens choice? And he's like, I want to learn everything, because this is his first movie. And he really is. He's this sponge for information. And so I would go to Panavision, shoot tests, different cameras, different lenses, and then we'd go to the lab and project them. Lin would sit next to me, and in the end, I mean, it was pretty much a blind test for him. He didn't know A from B, and we ended up shooting on the DXL2 again. I love the large format, and there's something that this DXL2 sensor does that other cameras don't do to the bokeh on anamorphic lenses. And we were going to be in New York City on the streets at night, and I liked the way the DXL2 rendered out of focus light.